Hello, Hans. How y'all doing tonight? I said I was gonna come back in a little bit. I did a video earlier, so I hope you guys go and check that out of my quick banana pudding. But y'all, I'm cooking me some chicken spaghetti tonight. That's what I had a taste for. You can see I already drained the water off my wheat spaghetti. I just used the wheat spaghetti in my household, and I already drained it right here. I got my chicken right here. I just cooked me up like maybe 5 leg quarters, and then I just shredded the meat down just like that. Just shredded it down off of them leg quarters. I'm gonna go ahead and add me some parsley flakes. Got me some parsley flakes right here. I'm gonna add me some parsley flakes to this chicken before I add it in this spaghetti. But that's what I'm having for dinner. What y'all having for dinner tonight, or have y'all already had dinner? I know some people have those late dinners. I'm also gonna add some onion powder. But I had a taste for me some chicken spaghetti, just like I had a taste for the banana pudding that I had earlier. So I'm just seasoning this with some parsley, maybe around about 2 teaspoons of parsley. Then I went in with some onion powder, maybe around about, I think I put around about 2 teaspoons of onion powder on there too. Then I'm gonna go in with some Creole seasoning. I'm not gonna add a lot because y'all know that Creole is a little spicy. So I'm just gonna add just a little bit, just for flavor. Around about 2 teaspoons or a teaspoon and a half. And y'all know when we do the spaghetti, chicken spaghetti, you know, you have to have your onions in there, your peppers in there, and also your tomato in there. But I take the quick route. And this is what I make my chili with too. So I hope you guys can go and check out this video. I picked this up from all this because it's got the peppers in there. It has the onion in here and the tomato in here. So I'm not going to waste my time, you know, slicing pepper, slicing onion, and slicing tomato when you can just get everything in one. I picked this up from Aldi's, and I think it's around about maybe $1.40. I think it's under $1.40. Actually, I think it's $1.19. I started buying this because you can put this in a lot of recipes. People don't know that, but you can put this in a lot of recipes. I'm going to show you. I'm finna sit up here and I'm finna put this in my chicken spaghetti. Because usually I will just buy those cans of like Rotel and put it in my chicken spaghetti. But this is the same thing. The peppers, the onions, and the tomato. So I pick up this. I think I pick up like at least 5 a month. And if you go check out my video with 10-minute chili, I have a 10-minute chili video. And this is the same thing I use in my 10-minute chili. Really quick, really simple. That'll be the best, quickest chili that you ain't had in a while. You'll make it really, really fast. You'll shock yourself. But anyway, back to my meat over here. I got my meat seasoned. I'm gonna go ahead and get me something to stir that up. Just watching pork off. And I'm gonna stir that up. This how I do my chicken spaghetti. I like to season my meat. A lot of people, I don't know if they season theirs first, but I like to season mine before I put it in the spaghetti. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just stir mine up. And these are some leg quarters, like I said, some leg quarters that I just chopped down. And I think I cooked about maybe 5 of them. And I just chopped them down. Let me move this out the way. Put this over here on this skillet. Really low heat. And let those seasonings kind of marinate a little bit before I put it in the chicken. I like to season my chicken, like I said, first. Because if you put it in that spaghetti with no season, it's going to be kind of bland. And then as I mix them up, these flavors in here, I'm going to go ahead and kind of chop this meat down some more so it'll be all the way through that spaghetti. Get it kind of on the smaller side. And a lot of people might, you know, cook chicken spaghetti. Like I said, everybody do their chicken spaghetti different. You might have some people out there that have never even had chicken spaghetti. So I just like to bring quick dishes, simple dishes, healthy dishes to my channel as much as I can. And this, like I said before, this is just some leg quarters, the dark meat. Because I cook with the dark meat, and then I also make a lot of my recipes with the white meat. But I'm just trying to get this chopped down some more. Yes, it's just on a low heat, you guys. And I didn't want to over season it because when I put that salsa in there, it's going to make it a little more spicier. I just want to mix this up real well. But comment down below and let me know what you guys had for dinner. And if you want to make this anytime, you can use the chicken. I have used the drumsticks before. And just use only drumsticks. And boil those or bake them. I bake these. I bake them around about 50 minutes. And after I bake them, I just, like I said, pull that meat off the bone. And I just season it with some parsley flakes and some onion powder and some Creole. So as this, you can see the steam coming up. As the steam is coming up, I'm just trying to break it down a little more. And I have my wheat spaghetti back here on the stove. I just used the wheat spaghetti. It tastes just the same. Really, really good. Really tasteful. And then you know it's healthy as well. So if you don't know how to cook chicken spaghetti, like I said, you can use leg quarters. You can use the drumsticks. Just boil them or bake them 50 minutes. If you boil them, probably around about an hour. And just let them cool down and just take that meat off the bone and get it kind of small in smaller pieces. And just go ahead and add it in your pasta, whatever spaghetti you like. If you like the whole grain, if you like the wheat, or just the regular. I use the breast for a lot of my recipes. I have used it for the chicken spaghetti. I have used the only one I haven't used, only piece of chicken I haven't used is the wings. But I used all the other parts of the chicken to put in my chicken spaghetti. Now I prefer the white meat because the white meat don't have, the breast don't have the bone in it. The breast that I pick up from Walmart, I always show them in my video. But you just can chop them down. But when you do the leg quarters or you do the legs by itself, you have to take them off the bone. So it's going to take a little, you know, extra time. Not that long. I took these pieces of meat off the leg quarters and it took me maybe 10 minutes. Now I'm going to season this with a little more parsley flakes. Season it with a little more parsley flakes, just a sprinkle. And I'm going to go ahead and get this stirred up. And I'm going to go ahead and get it in the pot with my spaghetti. And I also have some American cheese for my chicken spaghetti. I don't know what you guys use for your chicken spaghetti, but I always use the American cheese in the slices. I know some people just get the cheese in a jar, and it is good. Now, if I would have picked that up, I would have just probably added 2 jars, but I didn't pick any up from the grocery store, so I'm just going to use the slices tonight. Okay, I'm going to put on my mitts. Got my cheese over here ready to go. I've already took that out of the little pack that it comes in, and I put it in a container so it can be ready to go. And I'm just going to add here's my spaghetti. I'm just going to add my chicken inside the spaghetti, inside the pot. Try to get the rest of the chicken out the pan. You might hear a little scraping going on, so try not to scrape it too much. I know they can be a little irritating sometimes. So just trying to get all the ingredients out of there. I don't like to leave nothing behind. Try to get all that little bit out of there. Okay, I'm gonna put this on the back. And I got my chicken. I'm gonna take this off my hand. Put it right there. I got my chicken in the pot and my spaghetti. And I'm just gonna stir that up. Stir my chicken and my spaghetti up. And right now it's not on a real high heat. I just got it on like real low. So I'm just going to stir everything up. Okay, then I'm going to go in with my sauce right here from Aldi's. Because it already has the peppers, the onions, everything in it. And the tomatoes. So the only thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and start pouring it in. And this is almost a whole jar. Now, if you want to, you can add the entire jar, but this is not a whole jar. I had used a little bit out of here, but you can add a whole jar and a half if you like. Just trying to get all of it out of there. And then, y'all see how that look? And then I'm just going to start stirring it in. Trying to make sure don't nothing stick to the bottom. You just want to try to stir it all in much as possible. Like I said, you can add 2 jars if you have 2 jars. It's just going to make more. Really simple, really quick. And on the spaghetti, I just use round about not even a half a box. Because I knew it was just going to be for one meal for tonight. And I didn't overcook, so I didn't want to overcook it. This smells really, really good. So I'm just going to keep stirring it. And then I'm going to go ahead. I've stirred it up. So you can see all of the peppers and the tomato. I've stirred it all up. The chicken is mixed in as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and start adding my cheese. Get my container. That's why I went ahead and opened it up, because I know I was holding the camera. So I'm just going to add in my cheese. Just like this. I'm going to add in maybe about 4 pieces at a time. I'm just going to try to cover it up with this spaghetti. Just going to cover it up like this with some of that spaghetti so it can go ahead and start melting. And I want to keep it kind of individual. Break it down a little bit. But I want that spaghetti to cover it up just like that. And I'm going to bring my heat up. I'm going to bring my heat up around about on a 3. And that's like almost in the middle, kind of on, not really on high heat, but kind of like medium. And then I'm just going to let it kind of simmer. Let that cheese be covered up and simmer, because I want it to go and start melting. I'm just going to stand here for just a little, because this cheese is going to melt fast. And I got my other pieces right here. I got 4 in here. I think I took the wrapper off at least 5 pieces. So I'm just going to stir it, because I know that cheese is going to start melting. I'm going to start stirring it. As you can see, the cheese will start melting in the chicken spaghetti. Okay, those 4 pieces are almost melted, so I'm going to go ahead and add in the other pieces. I'm going to go ahead and add in the other pieces in here. I got about 5 more pieces, I think. Well, actually, I just got 4. So I think I'm just going to use 4, because I had took out, see the other slice over there? I had took out 9 pieces, but I think this is going to be enough. And make sure your eye is not up when you do this, because the only thing it's going to do is burn at the bottom and stick at the bottom. So make sure it's like really low. Not low where it's not doing, you know, it's not melting the cheese, but low where it's not burning it up either. I mean high where it's not burning it up. You want to keep it kind of low. So I'm just going to continue to stir this and get this melted. And I should be having my dinner within the next 5 minutes. Y'all can hear all that creaminess. That's the cheese melting. And at this point, you should see a lot of the cheese, and this should be changing color, because the cheese is going to start being like mostly on the top, and you can go start seeing it all the way through. So we got about a few more minutes and this will be done. And while this is finishing up, I'm going to get me a plate. By the time we come back to the stove, it should be finished. I got me a plate. I'm going to stir this up around about 3 more times here. Make sure all the cheese is melted. Now, if you want to, you can top this with some Parmesan cheese if you like. But it's meat all the way through. You have those peppers, you have that onion, that cheese, and all those other flavors that I put in the meat before I put it in the pot. You have some tomatoes, some red peppers, and it is done, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get this on my plate to serve up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys get to make this quick meal for your family. But I'm going to serve this up on my plate, just like that. And you can see all the spices and the peppers. And I like to just put me an extra little sprinkle of the parsley. Just a little dry sprinkle. Okay, you guys. This is my chicken spaghetti. Hope you guys get to make this for your family. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Please like, please comment, please share. And I will see you in the next one. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Be safe, be blessed. Have a good one, Hans.